folks. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Gillislee, 75 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Carry for Thomas Rawls. Oh, up and over. And for Rawls in his 2 playoff games, Charles, it was yin and yang. He had 164 yards in the wild card win over Detroit, but those numbers crashed down to earth against Atlanta. 11 carries, just 34 yards.
And it was that kind of a year for Thomas Rawls. Remember, he started the season injured from an injury in 2015. And then as he came along, started to gain some momentum, got hurt again. So it was a tough season for him. I think Seattle's going to continue to look to add to the running back position through the draft, free agency. They like to have a lot of runners around.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. They go play action here on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Mike Bennett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Third and long, it's Taylor. Finding time. He's going to rifle one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 85 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go again with Rawls. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down. Wilson again to Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A 2nd down carry for Cozy's. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They come out here in the eye. Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll let Reese see what he can do by the goal line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas rolls, taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Watkins alone on the left side. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Taylor firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he fends him off. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Play clock winding down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And out now come the Seahawks. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here's Wilson to throw. There's Baldwin. Baldwin, touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it up and through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for...
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Taylor.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the deep.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Taylor on first down. He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself.
Second down following the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This is Rawls. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. First down, this is Rawls. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On second down. Here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Wilson now to throw on third down. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25. Five-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And some extras coming up on the line here. Redding, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Gillisley, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bills have retaken the lead. So the second time tonight, he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course, he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They start on the ground with Rawls. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. It's a gain of 15 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. After the interception, here's Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be a Buffalo first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Another pistol look here. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll bring up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. 20. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the...